Hello, my name's Steve Stewart. I'm the founding consultant of Vric.Consulting, and this is Vricipedia, your guide to children's services recruitment and retention, chapter 1.1, Introduction. So, what indeed is Vricipedia? Well, Vricipedia is your full guide to temporary and permanent staffing in a local government context, okay? And that is going to give you the whole chapter in verse from a corporate perspective, but over and above that, it's going to give you that specifically through the lens of children's services. So there's going to be information out there that says, well, actually, how does this hang for our particular department, and how does that fit in with the corporate whole? The purpose is to educate, inform and entertain you, yeah? It isn't always entertaining, but I find this stuff fascinating. But the education inform you is because we are completely independent here. I'm not going to give you any advice as to what you should do. I'm not going to provide you with what is best practice, because best practice in this field is bespoke to you and what you actually need. What I'm going to provide you with, however, is the information to allow you to make those decisions in a good, formal fashion and be able to provide suitable challenge. Okay, so how does it work? There's going to be video tutorials. And those are going to be organised by chapters. So those are going to be the big overall themes. But each individual video tutorial is going to be a sub-chapter. So that's going to be a topic. So it's going to be in bite-sized chunks, yeah? Some are going to be fairly big bites, I'll be honest with you. When you think, oh, I don't need anything now till lunch. And finally, there's going to be added a little local colour, because whereas that's going to give you the textbook as to how things work, this is going to be, there are actually other people buying staff. How's that going to impact on me? How do I be competitive, or whatever? So that little local colour will hopefully open up your mind a little bit more and provide you with practical examples. And also we might have external individuals or companies providing things from their perspective as well as we go along. So when, where, how and how much? Well, this is going to be released periodically. I'd like to say it's going to be done weekly, but there's going to be some things where you want to have them fairly quickly after each other. So I'm not going to give a definitive answer on that, but it is completely free of charge. And people say, well, why is it free of charge? Well, this is effectively our corporate social responsibility, is that we're sharing the knowledge and the wealth in terms of that with you to enable you to go and work out what you need to do. However, I am going to ask you to like if you found content useful, this video, and I'm going to ask you to subscribe to the channel so that you can get further updates and find out when they are. And also, please feel free to pass a comment, ask any questions. This is interactive. Similarly, if there's other bits coming from few of the chapters that say, actually, I could do with that now, let me know. I might be able to work something out. Background. So we first released Vricipedia in 2021, but until you actually write something like this and put it all together, it doesn't necessarily fit. So now we've got something that does hang together properly, and we're going to spread it a little bit more widely. It's going to be supplemented by a written wiki, so you know Wikipedia, how that's like an encyclopedia with links and all the various things. That's going to happen here as well, so you can watch this whole thing as a complete tutorial and give you all of the kind of background that you need, or you will be able then, in future, when it's all in place, to pick out individual bits and pieces or reminders as you go along, or share with other people. And the first chapters are going to be on managed service providers, and a managed service provider, or MSP, I'm talking about here, is a master vendor or a vendor neutral, hybrid or joint venture, that kind of thing, not a managed service provider, which is how some project teams term themselves, okay? The final chapter is going to be how to successfully manage an agency MOU/MOC, Memorandum of Understanding, Memorandum of Cooperation. And I'm quite happy to share that information with you, because even if I tell you, you still probably won't be able to do it. But there you go. And new for 2023 is Lessons from Austerity 1.0. So the impact on local government of austerity the first time round at the time of the coalition government was significant, and it also led to services being delivered in a different way, both on a corporate basis, from corporate services to children's services, for example, but also children's services out there. This is going to focus on how the impact of those corporate changes still impact on us today in terms of our recruitment and retention of social workers. Okay, so how to engage? There's a Twitter page. Please feel free to follow it at Vricipedia. Please feel free to send messages and interact on there. At Future Social Steve, at FootSockSteve, FUTSOCSTEVE is my Twitter address. Web at Vric.Consulting. If you don't get that to work, some older browsers put /home at the end and that will bring it through. And email Steve at Vric.Consulting. Yeah, but please make sure that you haven't got an overzealous spam folder that doesn't like .consulting email addresses. I promise you, I will email you back. And that's me. So I hope you are going to enjoy this, and I hope it's going to be useful to you. Take care. Bye-bye.